Harlene Anderson speaking with you from my home office in Houston, Texas. I live in the middle of the United States, near the southern border of the country of Mexico, just to help you situate me. I invite you to join me and my colleagues with the Taiwan Center for Creative Dialogue for my trainings for the ICCP program. I will be with you several times beginning in July this year and throughout 2025. You will also be joined by other members of our international teaching group. My introduction to you and the creative work of the Taiwan ICCP group began when I first met Shishuan Wu many years ago when she was in the United States. I have been a big fan of hers for many years, continually impressed by her creativity and enjoying every time I see her, whether it's in Taiwan, mainland China, some other country in the world. She's wonderful. I'm a big fan. So who am I if I'm a big fan of Shishuan's? Well, most people say that I'm a curious person who always has a lot of questions to help me learn more and to develop what I call a sense of witness or togetherness with the people I work with. My curiosity comes from a genuine desire to learn from the people I work with, what they want help with, not what I think they need help with or someone else thinks they need help with, or what they should be learning. That's up to the clients in therapy, and that's up to the learners in any kind of training or teaching situation. So I offer you a question. Have you ever wondered how to successfully communicate with someone who sees the world from an entirely different angle than you do? Like many of the colleagues and clients we work with, or perhaps some of our family members and dear friends. Often the gaps in beliefs seem impossible to navigate, even when we have the best of intentions. Collaborative dialogic practice offers a humanizing approach to facilitating spaces for relationships and dialogues that make a difference in our fast-changing and diverse and ever-shrinking world. I think it's important to keep in mind that the world we live in changes not year to year or decade to decade, but almost minute to minute, particularly with the advent of real-time internet and media opportunities. So when I think of my practice, I think of practices that stay relevant to the changing world we live in, and I hope that you will find some meaningful value. The approach that I will share with you involves what I call an epistemological or mindset shift in how we think about ourselves, the people we work with, what we do together, and how we do it. The work is grounded in postmodern philosophy and social construction and dialogue theories. The main feature of the practice is the philosophical stance, a position that orients me as a professional and as a person in the world in particular ways of being, talking, thinking, acting, and becoming with others, rather than assuming an expert position of authoritative knowledge. Collaborative practitioners use curiosity, not knowing, and uncertainty to engage others in meaningful dialogue, meaningful conversations that generates new understandings, informing future possibilities that were previously unimagined by either of us alone. I sometimes think of my practice as simply a witness practice. Again, moving from you and me to we, being with each other together, doing something that's beneficial for each of us, because in our time together, I promise you, I will learn as much or more than you will. In my time with you, I will focus on the practice my colleagues and I have developed over the years, which has been strongly influenced by evaluations and suggestions from clients and learners. I always consider their voices, like I will consider yours, very important. I invite you to begin thinking about some questions. Why are you joining the training? What do you think you should learn or should know how to do, and why? What is your intention? What is your learning agenda? Can you really be able to have your own beloved values and beliefs questioned by you and others? Can you be open to others and challenging yourself? My work has evolved from what I call being a reflexive practitioner. And by this, I mean, I think it's important to think of taking time to pause, step back, reflect on, think about, and consider our practice experiences. How did they go today, this week, this month? And more importantly, was there something I could have done differently or I wish I would do differently the next time I encounter the same situation? Or I guess I should say a similar situation. And the reflective part is the ability to step back, pause, and reflect. And then reflexive is the thinking part of how you can learn from these experiences. So I wish all of you a very good rest of spring and beginning of your summer or whatever season you're in. And I look forward to meeting you. I think, again, it will be in July of this year. So thank you very much.